Hey folks, how you doing? Papa Joe here. We're sitting out here at Idaho Falls. Look here. You want to see the whole world? That's what the world looks like. Oh, over here. See? Look. See the world? Say hi, world. What up? World, this is Bandit. He got a long history, but we had his mama, his daddy's in the bunk back there scrubbing. I showed you scrubbing. It was in another video. This here's the Bandito. We're sitting out here in Idaho Falls. Kicked the load off today. Got one to pick up tomorrow. 2 o'clock, I think it is. We got emptied at 2:30 today. That's good. I told the dispatch Friday, figured me a load Tuesday. So he found me one picking up here going to, where's it going, Mama? McAllister, Oklahoma. That's close to the yard. It's all good. I've been sitting here reading up on some of the political nonsense. You know, I try not to go political, but some of it you don't know whether to laugh at the fools or get mad and cuss them. The thing going on right now is about Trump making lewd comments about women 10, 11 years ago. Really. The part that gets me, okay, he said some stuff that shouldn't have been said. I totally agree with those that say it's guy talk, and that's what it was supposed to have been, was guy talk, and somebody had to dig awful deep to get that up from 11 years ago. If it was so important, why wasn't it brought up 11 years ago? How come all the bad stuff on Trump is just now coming out when he's running president? I mean, really? Then you have all these Republicans that's jumping ship. You've got to be kidding me. Your party is failing you. Or better yet, you're failing your party. Your party is falling apart on you. The people are leaving you in droves. On our way out of here, we have talked to a few people. Well, I did most talking. Mama stood there and listened. But she's so outspoken and I'm so bashful. And the regular working guys, and I ain't talking about truck drivers. I'm talking about regular folks that I meet up with at restaurants, fast food joints, whatnot. Everyday guys in all different fields. And the folks that are on my Facebook stuff, everybody's saying the same thing. Big deal. Compared to what Hillary has done, big deal. You know, where was the Republican Party while Obama was passing Obamacare? Where was the Republican Party during Hillary's Benghazi nonsense? Where was you've got misplaced anger. And what we, the general people out here, are seeing is that you're working for a one world order. We literally have one party controlling our country. It's not Democrats and Republicans, because all of y'all are pissed off at Donald Trump, and all you're doing is driving people like me towards him. I don't like him, but I tell you what, I like the idea that we have somebody that's making y'all so defensive. And that's what it boils down to, is they're all getting defensive up there. We've seen all these campaign commercials and stuff that Hillary's putting out, just trashing Trump, comparing him to Hitler and the KKK and tax evasion and all this mudslinging that she's doing. How come she ain't put out nothing showing what she has done? Her whole campaign is based on telling you that you can't trust Trump with his finger near the red button. I got news for you. You can't trust Hillary close to nothing. The bitch is a thief and a killer. Period. What happened to the Republican Party when all this money disappeared under her control? And then all of a sudden just got swept under the rug. What happened to the Republican Party's anger when we had to pay to play? And it kind of got swept under the rug. Now, do y'all really think that we out here in the general public are that stupid? Do you really? You explain to me how come we have so many millionaires running our government? When you go there, you're not a millionaire. You're working off of public servant wages, although they're pretty damn high, although you go hollering you can't make it off of it, you know, $200,000 plus a year and all this nonsense, and that ain't enough. Then how come you're a millionaire now? We're stupid out here. We ain't got a clue. We don't understand. You keep thinking that way. I got news for you. This nonsense you threw up about Trump and the media hollering how he's 11 points behind Hillary now. I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. The only ones that are upset about what Trump said 11 years ago is the Democrats, the media, and the rhinos. And all you rhinos, we don't really care what you think. And no, I'm not a Republican. I gave up on the two-party system a long time ago. I wish we had a third party. Right now, we don't have anybody running that's worth voting for. I have to vote. I was born and raised, if you don't vote, you can't bitch, and I love to bitch, so I've got to vote. But who you gonna vote for? Right now, I'm gonna vote for the one that y'all hate. If our established government hates Trump so bad, then he must be doing something right that I'm not seeing. If they're so scared of him that all guns are pointed at him, then maybe he is what we need, even if it just starts a damn Revolutionary War. You know? What y'all gonna do? The people are wanting him. That's obvious. What you gonna do? You're still trying to steal it from him. And now the first sign of trouble, all these Republicans are jumping ship over this. You couldn't come up with something better than this to bail on your own party? Really? And Paul Ryan, you ain't got the balls of a rooster. I tell you what, and go hollering that you can't endorse him and you're not gonna campaign for him. When did you ever endorse him or campaign for him? You haven't liked him since day one. Guess what? Most of us ain't liked you since day one. You're a coward. You're not doing your job. You're selling out. You're going to retire a very rich man. I don't know how you can sleep of a night, but you can't buy sleep. You can't buy conscience. There's a bunch of you up there in that boat. My, oh my. Then people say that Christians ain't supposed to get into politics. Why? Why? Had one telling me here a couple years ago, Well, it was more than that. It was during the last presidential run, because I've never liked Obama. And I was posting some trash about him. I couldn't believe he got voted in twice. And there was two of them. And they was like, how can you do this? I said, what are you talking about? How can you post this trash about Obama? That's hate. I said, no, that's politics. No, that's hate. You're putting out the wrong face for a Christian. I'm like, really? How do you figure? What did Jesus do? He called all them pharaohs and priests and all them folks. He called them a den of thieves and all kinds of stuff. He didn't turn his back and say, oh, you guys okay. Oh, I can't say nothing. If you're concerned about your country, you need to say something. It's because the Christians have cowered down, just like the Republican Party, that our country has got into the shape that it's in. If you so-called Christians would get a backbone and actually go vocal and go vote and raise a little fuss, then maybe our country wouldn't be in the shape it's in. Maybe God wouldn't have been taken out of the courthouses and the schools. And then you say, I wonder what's wrong with our country. Can you believe the way our country is? Yeah, I can. What I can't believe is so-called Christians allowed it to happen. I tell you what, they've been working on the one world order for a long time. And it actually goes back before most of us was born. Damn sure goes back before I was paying attention. And they've had the agenda. And it was a long-term agenda. And they've kept to it pretty good. And it's been working for them. And one of the things was to remove God. Because if they can remove God, then you're not questioning some of their other stupid stuff. Like gay marriages. Like killing unborn babies. You know? That just ain't nothing to people anymore. It's got to a point that if you're vocal enough that you say that gay marriage is wrong, oh, then you're a bad person. What did the Bible tell us? When good is bad and bad is good. Well, guess what, folks? Gay marriage is wrong. Nowhere on this planet does anything naturally go female to female or male to male. It don't happen. So if the human race is making it happen, guess what? It's still wrong. You can pass all the laws that you want. It's still wrong. You know? There's some things the majority don't win on. Now, you can pass laws and make it legal, but that don't make it right. And with everybody still cowering down, how are we going to get it back? They have silenced so many with their agenda and with the way that they're setting people up. You know, the new school deal. What do they call that new school deal, honey? Oh, dadgummit. I can't think the name of it at the moment. But this new school nonsense they're teaching the kids. Why do you think they're teaching that? It's real simple. I wish I could think of the name of it. After I'm done with the video, I'll think of the name of it you watch. Oh, that'd drive me crazy now. And it is a short drive. They wanted so that when the kids are needing help with their homework and their studies, the parents can't help. Common Core. That's what they call it, Common Core. So the whole purpose of this Common Core is so that when my grandchildren go to my children for help, my children ain't got a clue how to do this new stuff the way that Common Core wants it done. And I've seen some examples on the internet. I don't know if they was correct or not, but it's plumb stupid. I mean, let's go around the neighbor's barn to close our door. Really? And the old way of doing it was so much easier and faster. But see, if they do that, then the parents know how to do it. And they want to make the parents look stupid to the children. This is just the next step. And that's all it really is. It's the next step. So yeah, they want the parents to look stupid, and that way the children have to go to the teacher who happens to be part of the system. So the children have to rely on the system because these stupid parents can't help. How often have you heard that they're dumbing us down? Well, they still are. Common Core is part of it. Now let's talk about religion. In order to have one world order, you have to have one world religion. And they've had all these people getting together. And have you heard some of the really stupid stuff that this Pope's been saying and doing? There was people that was trying to figure out how he got to be the Pope. Because there was people that was much more qualified, more suited, better suited for the job. But he got the job. And now he's trying to, he and others, now the religious leaders are attempting to tell us that all religions are the same. We're all worshiping the same God under the different names. And ISIS really isn't bad. The Muslim faith really isn't bad. I got news for you. They're not all the same. Your Buddha, your Allah, and all these other freaks, when they died, they stayed dead. Jesus rose again. Jesus rose again. It is documented. And the more that they try to prove that Jesus is wrong, the Bible is wrong, the more they come up with stuff that proves that he is right. That he did exist. Ain't that amazing? All in God's time, huh? So, they have to get us all thinking the same way. They want to get us away from the true Bible, which the Catholics, from my understanding, until recently, didn't even want their people to read the Bible. That was for the fathers and priests and whatever. That was their job. They were supposed to read it and interpret it for the masses. That's a scary thought. So, now they want to convince us that we're all worshiping the same God under different names. And all religions are basically the same. You know, we have several different religions here in the U.S. And I have yet to see any of them go on a campaign trying to kill people that don't believe in their God. I've yet to see any of them to go on a campaign trying to force you to either go this way or get dead. Now I know even Obama tried to holler about the Christian Crusades. Yeah, okay. That was so long ago. And there's no comparison. None. The facts are totally different. Back then, the Christian Crusade started as a defensive maneuver. Buddy boy, your stuff is so loose. Good luck. Ain't gonna lose part of his load. They try to holler about the KKK. The KKK was not a religious movement. It was a racist movement. And that was your Democratic Party too, which I know that'll make some folks mad. I could go on and on. Really ain't a whole lot of need. I just had to voice this, get it out there, let people know what I think. I'm bad about that. People are waking up. They're still somewhat silent, but they're waking up. Big time. They're waking up. And those that are up there in control, the powers to be, they don't see it. Because they're up there living a protective life. They're not out here with you and I at all. Here, Mama. Which takes us to gun control. I just love that we have senators and stuff that are getting busted for concealed weapons, carrying without a license. And yet they're the big advocates for taking away mine and your gun. We have all these stars and everything that, and politicians like Hillary, that want to take away our guns, yet they're surrounded by them. Why is your safety more important than mine? And as a matter of fact, I think mine is a lot more important than anybody's. Period. When it comes down to truth, we all think that way. So why can you have 20 bodyguards around you with guns protecting you, and then you have the nerve to tell me that I should go unprotected? Really? I don't think so. And do you know why they want to disarm us? One world order. It's coming, folks. It's not just one of those conspiracy theories. It's coming. It's on its way, and it's almost here. If you know your history, you know when the Nazis were doing their thing and putting all them Jews on the train, sending them off to the labor camps, the death camps, the gas chambers, they didn't get on there willingly, but they had already been disarmed. And how come the ones that want to disarm us wants to keep theirs? Now, this is still America. There's still a gun behind every rock and bush, and there always will be. Well, that's to be seen. But they try to take the guns, it could get ugly. You notice they're already trying to weed out a bunch of veterans and ex-military and police officers and all this. They're doing it. And they're trying to now make it illegal for veterans to have guns. Really? They're not stable. Really? Well, they've been in a war situation, so they have the PTSD, so they're not stable, so they don't need guns. Uh-huh. So you recruited these kids, taught them how to kill and fight a war, sent them off to mess up their head, and yeah, everybody comes back from war with a messed up head one way or the other. Some worse than others. And now you're going to hold it against them. How's that right? To my knowledge, we really don't have a bunch of veterans going off shooting people. What we have is a bunch of Muslims going off shooting a bunch of people. But yet you're going to tell us don't judge the Muslim faith by the actions of a few. When are you going to extend that courtesy to us as American gun owners and us as American veterans? When do we get that courtesy? So even if you can point out one or two times when a veteran went stupid, why are you judging all of us? Folks, I hope your eyes are open. I hope they're wide open. I hope you're awake. I hope you're paying attention. I really do. And the people that know me personally, when I get in a spell like this, it blows them away because I'm a joker. I'm always joking, cutting up, laughing, carrying on. I try to enjoy life. But I got my eyes wide open. And I got my eye on you, Mr. Government. Love my country, I fear you, the government. I don't trust you, Mr. Government. And the majority of the Americans are the same way. We all love our country, but we don't trust you. So now you want to say that if you're a patriot, that you're a terrorist. You're a homegrown terrorist. Shame on you for wanting to protect your country. Shame on you for wanting to protect your family. Why would you want to do that? Maybe you need to study a little bit about a real American history and real Americans. Then you might start getting a clue. That's my rant. Remember, God loves you and so do I. I love you. I don't trust my government. I hope you don't. I hope you got your eyes open. Y'all have a blessed evening. Good night.